The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Welcome to Thursday, everybody. That open is it's fermenting right now, Kennedy. It's getting good.
Well, it's been fermenting for like years.
It's lagering. It's barrel aging currently right now. Welcome to Thursday, everybody. My name is Josh, your host of Liquid Lunch. It's Texas's live midday craft beer show, and we talk about beer in the state of Texas, and we drink beer from the state of Texas. And we talk about anything else that may come up. So welcome to the middle of the day. You've made it this far. The weekend is right over the horizon. You can see it. It's right there. It's ready for you to just reach out and touch it. And so we're going to help get you through this last little bit. So to my left, as always, the guy that hits the buttons, the guy with the great hair, and what are you, the pinky to my brain?
The guy who's worried about cameras locking up.
Oh, well, don't do that.
Yeah.
Not with that. Man, why did I make that face? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy.
Here we go again. Hey, how's it going? I'm Kennedy.
Kennedy, how are you today?
I am doing excellent today.
Why is that one
How are you
camera
guys?
locked up? Is it just
I don't know.
too much good looking with the both of us on the screen?
I would assume so.
Okay. Well, we're about to blow the whole system then, because joining us today all the way from San Antonio at Mad Pecker Brewing, Ray and Jason are on the line. They're here. Are we going to show some beautiful Mad Pecker footage?
Yes.
There they are. Hey. Welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah, welcome.
Very happy to be here.
How are things in San Antonio today?
Surface of the sun hot, but y'all are probably getting the same thing, so
Yes.
all good.
Very much so.
It's a little more wet wet blanket pulled out of the microwave effect
Gotcha.
here in Houston, more
Yep.
than the you smell the bottom of your shoes melting as you walk out in San Antonio. But it takes all kinds. It takes all kinds.
Oh, hell yeah.
We get our share of swamp ass here too.
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
Yeah, it's impossible to you can't even talc up. It's like you talc up down the shorts, just to try to keep things dry, and you sit down and then you stand up. There's like a bagel because it just turns into batter. It's just like cake batter down there.
Yeah, coming over here today, Josh Stewart made me wait outside the door for like at least 3 minutes. And during that time I was completely drenched.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
So.
Thanks for that, by the way. I haven't told you thanks.
There was a cold beer waiting for you right through the door. So enough about swamp ass. Enough about the weather. Let's get to the beer. Should we talk about what we're drinking first? Or should we?
No, I got to do a couple things.
Okay, you do a couple things, and let's talk Mad Pecker beer. I've had the honor and the privilege of having a beer right where you guys are sitting.
Nice.
In your tap room, very cozy, very inviting. I recommend Mad Pecker to anybody who's visiting San Antonio or lives there. I don't know why it's not just full of people right now. I mean, I know it's not open, but they should be knocking at the door right now, trying to get inside. Maybe
You can't see it; it's out of frame, but we got a line outside right
Yeah,
now.
they're all waiting out there right now. It's
lined
crazy,
up.
man.
they're wearing those silver surface of the sun suits, the
Yeah.
fireproof suit, just waiting. It's like some people wear raincoats. Everybody in San Antonio just wears the silver volcano suits. But no, super cozy tap room. Look, you when we went in there, we had just a little bit of time. It was one of those, we were there for a kids sporting thing. So my wife and I left our kids with somebody else, as any responsible parent will do, and we're like, let's go get a beer real quick and just see some stuff here in San Antonio. So Mad Pecker was a brewery we can get to there and back, and we went and sat down. And your staff was really, really nice, and everybody was super inviting, and so it was great. It was great.
It's good to hear, man.
And the beer was good too. So you guys, you brew your own beer and you have guest taps and stuff. So does that mean you have a brew pub license? How does the licensing break down there?
Yeah, so it's a brew pub license for us. When we got started, it took a while for us to actually get all of our permits and everything. So, we clearly didn't want to just sit here without any beer to pour. So we've kept the guest taps going for a while. It works out well because we only brew on a 1-barrel system. Mm-hmm. So as quick as we can turn around beer, those 2 kegs will pop for us. So we're constantly having to keep our beers going and constantly keep brewing. But it's a nice mixture because it gives our customers the opportunity to come in and try some, obviously you can only get Mad Pecker Brew here at Mad Pecker. And we keep them here with the different guest taps, and we try to supplement the things that we don't have on tap. Like if we don't have a hef or if we don't have a porter, we'll bring in stuff like from Kunstler or Ranger Creek, a lot of the local guys, and show them support and give our customers a nice variety of San Antonio beer.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good idea because, like Houston, San Antonio, a bit spread out as far as like, if you want to get clear across, I can't talk today, not enough beer yet. Clear across town to try somebody else's beer. It's really cool to say, oh, it's right here. And, and comparing and contrasting the different, like IPAs. There's so many, different variations on IPAs. It's really, really cool to be able to try two people's IPAs side by side or something like that. So I like that. What do y'all currently have on tap there from your in-house brew house?
One of them would be the Strata New England IPA that we just did. We also just put a couple IPAs with Kvik yeast. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that yeast strain. It's like a Norwegian yeast strain that ferments super hot. So we did a IPA with that, did a black IPA with that, and then have a couple of just our flagships. We have our blonde, our ESB. I think we just got rid of our amber ale. But that was one of the other ones that we just had at the moment too. Okay,
now who else was brewing? Somebody else we talked to had Kvik yeast. Who was that? Was that that wasn't Eccentric, was it? Out in Midland. Somebody. Okay,
are you asking me?
I'm asking.
I don't even remember the drive over here.
I'm asking. It's not the first. So I don't get like Yeast Weekly anymore. But somebody mentioned Kvik.
I thought you had regular infections.
No,
the yeast variety.
They deliver, but their prices went up. So it's like Yeast Weekly. Their centerfolds are great though. Just yeast all in the middle of the.
Man.
Anyway,
ooh, I'm getting hot right now.
There's just like so much that you can do with that yeast. I think a lot of people try to push like the hop forward side of it and get a lot of the tropical notes to push through. But, even if you're trying to turn a beer around really quick, you can really brew a lot of the more classic styles. You can even, do a porter or a stout and ferment it on the cooler side and just get beer to turn around a lot quicker. But we really wanted to try it with the black IPA on the higher side of the fermentation range, because black IPAs, you really got to throw a lot of hops into them to really get the hop notes to come through and push through those dark grains, even if you're not using roasted malts. So for us, it allowed us to really get the yeast to express itself, and then utilize I think we did Amarillo and Simcoe in that one, and it just really came out really well. The flavors push through. You get some of the roastiness from the dark malts, but it's very minimal, and then it's just really really hoppy and fruity at that point.
So what?
So like it'd be a game changer for maybe like home brewers.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have to worry too much about temperature control and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. What temperature do y'all ferment at, like the black IPA at?
I think we probably pushed 100 on that one.
Really?
Yeah, and that's just letting it sit in a stainless fermenter, and it's hot enough in our little brewery anyway. So we pitched the yeast at about 85 degrees, and once it starts chugging, it's sitting at 95 to 100 almost. The entire. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's a really, really, and no off flavors. There's no flavors that you would normally detect from something fermenting that high. Like if you were to do like a Chico ale or something like that, this one's just really, really clean. It's a really versatile yeast, and there's so many different strains. The ones that we're using was from Texas Yeast Lab, and it's probably like our fourth time using it. It was fantastic.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
wow. I can brew on my porch.
Yeah, there you go. Just leave it there, and in like 3 days, you'll have beer ready to go.
That's cool.
Wow.
I think the black IPA. So I love black IPAs or Cascadian Dark IPA or whatever you want to call them. I love that style. It was one of those ones where it popped up, was pretty popular, and then the hazy wave came in, and just hazy IPAs have just kind of supplanted everything. It's like the it thing. But I'm glad you guys are brewing that style.
Oh yeah.
It's it's like one of those songs that got released. And it's like, hey, that's pretty catchy, and then something that they played every 15 minutes came in and became the only song that they played on the. And like, well, what about Black IPA? It's like, you have to go and search out.
So I couldn't help but overhear a crack of a beer.
That'd be-
So hold on. So I do have a question for you guys.
Yeah, right.
It's a very important one.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
So,
Yeah.
what are you drinking, Ray? I think you mentioned what you were drinking just a second ago as you slowly sip.
Yeah,
the
one
beer.
of our newest releases was a Strata hop New England IPA. So just single hop, just all Strata, super tasty. And then Jason just cracked a can.
I cracked open my go-to Swifty.
Okay.
Not to turn this into a real ale love fest, but that's probably my favorite brewery outside of Mad Pecker. So I keep them stocked very heavily here.
Yeah, I drank a bunch of the lime goza. There's a few different varieties of like goza with lime and that sort of thing, but that one, after I've done a lot of research, and I know people love to hear me talk about yard care. I'm not going to get into it too deep yet, Kennedy. So hold your horses. But
Thank you.
it is the
Everybody thanks you for that.
It is the best right after you mow. Like as soon like the mower shuts off, you wheel it into the garage and you can grab it from the garage fridge. That lime, they have enough lime that just punches through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get that.
We had Ray on an IV on that for about a good
Yeah,
2-3 weeks. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just a constant drip for him. So
Yeah.
I love that.
he loves it.
It's full of electrolytes, I'm guessing. Close enough. Our
It's got water in it, so I mean that's good enough for me. So.
Yeah. So no, that's good. I love me some.
a little bit of salt.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
little-
Electrolytes, potassium, sodium, or something. I don't know. Anyway, we're drinking currently. I went with I've been trying to make a list of like the perfect, super hot weather summer beers here in Texas, and I'm going to add this one to the list. They're on the left of your screen. From Blue Owl, they're Cool in the Gang sour summer beer. It has a little Earl Grey tea in there too, lemony, tart. It's only 3.2. Is that what I read? 3. Hold on, where did it go?
It's 3 something.
3.2.
Yeah.
So it's a good breakfast beer as well. And there you go. Also on the table, we'll get to that other. Do we want to? Well, you can see it.
Yeah.
But one of Jules' first beer, her homebrew. So, but we'll get to that in a second. We'll get into the details here in a second. But anyway, so starting out
That
the
Cool
show.
is like probably one of my favorite beers. It's so damn good. Like we did an ESB with tea as well. It wasn't soured, but once we tried that one, it was It's I could. That's like my top 3 deserted island. I can only take 3 beers with me. That's probably going with me, no doubt.
Yeah. It's a good one. I like it. And I wasn't sure. I was big on tea beers. I had one from B52 that was really good, and it was a soured kind of a tea citrusy type thing that was really, really good. What do you remember what that one was called?
I don't.
Were you you weren't there for that one? That was
No, I didn't have.
It was a peach tea.
Yeah, I remember
that
it.
one?
I remember the tea beer.
But yeah, no, that I came back around on because I think I had one like years and years ago where I'm like, oh, that's not really my thing. But I don't know, something about like an English style, like your ESB with that, like that seems to go to, and I love ESBs too.
Yeah, big time. Yep.
Yeah, so I highly recommend if you can find this Cool in the Gang from Blue Owl out of Austin. Anybody who can find that. They what was I going to say? I don't remember. Completely lost track of thought. Hot weather beers. Kennedy, do you have any you recommend? I've been looking at, speaking of real ale, there I almost grabbed the Fireman's Light, the Fireman's 4 Light.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't had that yet.
Me neither. And so I'm thinking I may do a whole deep dive on like the craft approach to lighter beers. I don't know. What are your thoughts? We've seen some more of these out. Like I know Backpew here in Houston, the Houston area, did Hyper Light. Haven't tried it yet. Have you seen it?
I haven't tried it either, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on brewing lighter styles?
Well, we actually brew lighter styles like our Rich Creek Blonde. It does well for us here at the pub because we get a lot of the locals that come through. They still come in asking for a Bud or a Miller Coors, so it's nice to have something light on for them. But they're fun to brew. With lighter style beers, you don't really have that opportunity to throw a bunch of hops or different yeast to really kind of hide some of the imperfections of your process. So you really got to dial in your your brewing process and make sure that you're putting out a good product, because light beers, they don't hide the flaws in a brewer's brew day. So we did a lager a while back, and I think we've got some dry yeast, some dry lager yeast that we're going to mess around with and put some more light beers out. So that's going to be a good time for us.
Okay, yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it. I love all the hazies and the big barrel aged stuff too. But
haze is life.
yeah.
Haze is life.
We happen to have one on our table as we speak.
Have you already finished your beer?
I finished that a long time ago.
Oh, I'm behind.
You need to catch up, man.
Well, then grab the glasses and start pouring if you want to. I can
All right.
chug this. So, are people hazy crazy in San Antonio as they are here in Houston?
Yeah, I think it's on another level in Houston because you have so many breweries all putting out really solid New England style IPAs. Mm-hmm. But I think in San Antonio, there's not too many people putting out hazy IPAs. But I think San Antonio consumers are thirsty for some hazies because I always see regulars in here like cracking some Houston haze. I feel like even Austin's not even really putting out too much hazy. They're on that lager train right now. Mm-hmm. But I think, to answer your question, I think Houston's on another level. But San Antonio, I think we're a little bit of everything, all over the place.
What have you had any that you've had that you other than the one you're drinking currently? But are there any that you've tried that you're like that's it right there? Because it's I find there's a lot of variety and a lot of variation even within just the hazy style.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, other half out of I think New York has had some of the best ones that I've ever had as far as haze.
Other half. All right, hold on, writing that down.
Yeah.
Other half. What do you think? Okay, is that the first time you've tried that one?
This one?
Yeah.
No, I've had it before.
Okay, what do you think? Give us the rundown of your first initial sip.
Well,
for today.
Super citrusy. It has a little bit of that burn in the back of your mouth that a lot of the hazies have. A lot of people don't like that. I find it enjoyable.
Really?
Yeah.
What do y'all think of hop burn or whatever? I don't know what the proper term is for it, but
yeah, I've heard it described as like hop burn in your mouth or heartburn in your mouth.
Either way.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I must be immune to it.
In my opinion, I feel like what that comes from. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but I feel like it comes from the yeast. If you've ever had a super yeasty beer, you get a lot of that burning sensation, and I feel like I'm pretty sensitive to it. But yeah, obviously I'm more sensitive to it if Jason said he's never really had it before. So.
Okay. Well, will you hand me my glass?
Yeah, it's super citrusy, super juicy. It's got a nice orange juicy color.
Orange, is that?
But you know what I'm starting to notice though with the hazy IPAs is that we're getting to that point right now to where all the breweries are pretty much using the same hops. They're using the same yeast, the same grain bill, and so a lot of them are really starting to like taste the same, and it's really hard to differentiate this haze from that haze. So I think it's time to there's still a lot that can be done on the hazy side, not just from an appearance standpoint, but just from a flavor profile standpoint to start messing with different hops. So like with this one, like with the strategized, we did just that Strata, Golden Promise, and Flaked Oats, and that was basically the gist of the beer. And then we threw in some London Ale yeast and gave us the results that we wanted. But I think trying different things and using different yeasts, different and actually blending different styles, different types of yeast is probably something we're going to mess around with, just to kind of get a little bit of a different take on the haze, the hazy IPAs and what they are. But I don't get enough of them. This is the haze in outside of Pecker Brewing, so you're not gonna tell me that haze is dead. No way.
I'm right with you. I love the haze still.
I find that there's some people, and I like them. I don't know that I'm on that level of like, Jones, like wake up at 3 a.m. and be like, I need a hazy IPA right now. But there are for some people, I don't know if it's like a genetic thing or you're just on some certain wavelength in your brain. It hits you, and those hazy IPAs just like get in you, and you can't get.
I think it's like some people are like that right now with pastry stouts. Like I want nothing to do with pastry stouts. You know, I rather just sip on a nice juicy IPA. That's where I'm at right now.
Well, it could be that it's so hot that when you open a pastry IPA, it starts to smell like it burned.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like somebody left the toaster on too long or something. It's just,
Yeah.
But
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just
gonna say, yeah. Lately, whenever I go hit up a new brewery, that's usually my go-to now. Is try their New England IPA,
Yeah.
their hazy beer.
I was actually I was in South Padre this past week. They had 2 guest taps at South Padre Island Brewing, and lo and behold, one of them was from a brewery out of Far, Texas, and it was their hazy IPA. And sure enough, I definitely went with that, and I was happy, and it made my trip to the beach that much better.
yeah.
But you know, yeah, I think everybody's at this point got to have at least done one in their portfolio, or at least tried it in their brew pub. So they're fun to mess around with, man. Especially just throwing a boatload of hops into a beer. It's a good time.
Yeah. Do you think that they should should they even just drop the IPA part of that and just call them hazy or something, like come up with some other name so that it's not all lumped into the IPA? Like that's such a big category now.
Kind of like calling like Doom, and just calling haze. Just straight haze.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
All right.
Like just haze.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll send out I don't know. Can we send out like a
Yeah, we'll make
thing?
it happen.
Put a poll up, man. Let's
Yeah.
see what do the people think. Let's
Okay.
do it.
We'll make it.
All right, let's see what the people think. Do we have any people?
Yeah, we
people
have
doing
we
anything?
have people.
Okay, let's get people and
All
see
right,
what people think.
New England IPA or haze?
No, we
Hazy.
just dropped the IPA altogether. I
Oh.
say just call it either like a New England hazy or
Or-
a hazy an NEH. I don't know, something. I don't know what the name should be, but I feel like just saying like like hazy IPA. I think that's too. I don't know. I think they need their own kind of world.
Oh,
Yeah.
By the way, do you want me to explain hop burn in detail to you guys?
Well, if somebody drops some knowledge, go for
Yeah,
it.
I will drop the knowledge.
You're
it's-
reading the knowledge.
No, I'm
It's-
not. This is all coming top of my
No,
head.
it's not. What did Preston say something? Hold on.
Maybe.
Okay, that's coming from Preston. Over in Humble, Texas. At
Yeah.
the grain cellar. Yeah,
Hold
we got to work till you get that graphic up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
having
there you
some
go.
trouble
The Grain
with
Cellar, Humble's premier homebrew store, one-stop fermented shop, helping make today's show possible. 240 First Street West, Humble, Texas. Graincellar.com. Preston, a walking beer encyclopedia. He smells of yeast and hops, and free hugs right now if you walk in and say Liquid Lunch sent me. Waist up, waist down, your choice.
Yeah. Do you guys do something similar? Like when people walk in, do you give all the customers free hugs?
No, but that's probably a good idea. I'm
charge.
good with that.
Yeah.
I figure Ray would be the one that would want to jump on something like that. Like Ray's very, very friendly. He's the teddy bear of the staff. So that'd be kind of fun.
I would say he looks huggable.
Oh yeah. He's very happy.
Aw.
We just met them.
Well, I can't really hug him across the internet, so
It's getting there.
it's not that awkward.
Have you seen that? Like what are those? What do they call it? Some sort of hep suits or whatever they're called, where it's got all the things. We're almost there. And did you see Elon Musk's Neuralink thing? Pretty soon you'll be able to drink a beer without drinking a beer, because it'll just
No.
It's in the
Just saying, we could share it. Somebody could say, "Taste this beer," and it'll fire off the neurons in your head. I don't know if y'all
No,
saw that.
that's-
First of all, Elon Musk is impossible to watch. He's like an alien from the
That's
future.
not.
But you're gonna have these little square, like little bitty hairs going through like into your neurons to talk to your neurons. And what did Preston say about haze
Well, anyway,
Burn.
So I will inform you guys about hop burn.
from Preston?
Yeah, I'm gonna inform you guys.
From
It's a combination of wheat in the beer, along with the oxidation of the lupulin oils from the yeast.
Wait,
Yeah,
lupulin oils don't come from yeast. Reread that,
that's
right? Am I missing something?
that's
Or
what
is it
says.
a reaction from the lupulin oils in the yeast?
Combination of wheat in the beer, along with the oxidation of the lupulin.
Oxidation of the lupulin oil. Okay.
Oxidation of the lupulin.
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 Wow.
It sounds right. So I mean, it sounds complicated enough to be right. So
Yeah.
I think we just roll with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sure.
if you use oats instead of wheat,
Not so much. You don't get the
you won't get the burn.
Well, oats give a creamy, full-bodied mouthfeel. That's bigger. So I dig any oatmeal.
So you guys are welcome for me explaining that poorly.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Very, very poorly.
Okay. Thanks, Preston. Okay, Jason. Let's get to the background of the brewery there. When did y'all open? Well, the background itself and the background is in the story too.
And the backdrop and the background. So we opened. We're going on year 4 right now. So again, we're just a little small 1-barrel brew pub. My wife was really the one who was instrumental in getting me to open this place because I was doing all my home brewing, and every time I'd tell her, like, I really want to open up a place, and I'd go through all these, like, oh, do this, do that, it's going to be too much. She's like, look, if you don't do it, I don't want to hear about it anymore. Pretty much got to the point to where, she got me off my ass and got me going on it. So we're on year 4 right now. Got a nice little kitchen. Our food is amazing over here along with our beers. There's not a lot of places you can go to that have great food and great beer. So we put all that together. Nice little family environment over here in the neighborhood, and we're still growing. There's still a lot of people that come here that, in fact, we had some first timers that came in yesterday. They were like, I had no idea that this place was here, and they drive by it every day. And it's like, okay, 4 years later, we're still getting all these new customers, and so that's pretty cool. We're still the new how in San Antonio, even though all these other little new spots are popping up. So we kind of get to roll with that every once in a while.
Yeah. How many breweries are there now in the greater San Antonio area?
I can answer that. Not enough.
I mean, it's for San Antonio. It's crazy that there's not one, at every busy intersection. But I mean, there's really, if there's more than 10, I'd be surprised.
Yeah. San Antonio is the 10th most populous city in the United States. And there's there's a lot of room for brewery growth there, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, okay, so San Antonio deals with something that Houston really doesn't. Houston just expands and kind of like a big glob, just kind of where's the edge of Houston? There's not really like a hard cut thing, but you can only go so far north in San Antonio. Then you're in San Marcos, or you're in even up into Austin or whatever.
It starts to bleed into the other little cities up there. Yeah.
Yeah. So like with Houston, we claim like we're technically not sitting in city limits right now. We're outside of Houston, so people could say, "Oh, you're not in Houston," but we're close enough.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of gloms it all together. Even the Galveston breweries are kind of thrown in with the Houston breweries. So,
Yeah.
that's kind
true.
of that. But no, yeah.
We're still trying to. I mean, we've kind of been stuck on this 1-barrel system for a while. Part of the issue, we want to grow into a 3-barrel system. We've been looking at one, but it's the space, and it's are we going to stay in this location is part of the issue. So we don't really have the best landlord to really work with in our spot. So we got to fight through a lot of things that go wrong on the property that we probably shouldn't be dealing with, which is crazy. Anybody that's looking to open up a brewery or brew pub, make sure you know your landlord. Make sure you know if he's involved. Make sure he does his puts in his time and effort into the property, because we really have to put a lot of outside money just to kind of keep the place going. So there are a lot of things that end up happening that really end up being a pain in the butt for us and slow us down. But we do want to look at possibly getting a 3-barrel in here. We don't do any canning or anything like that right now. We bought a nice little crowler, but we never really messed with it. Only because, like, again, on a 1-barrel, it's really hard to say, well, let's dedicate one keg for just cans and package for people to take off site, when then we're really struggling to keep our taps full. So it's kind of like a trade-off. I mean, a lot of our customers and people that come in want to take beer home. We don't even do growler fills on our house beers, simply because it's really, really tough to keep our taps going with house brew. But I mean, outside of that, I mean, if you're looking for a good time in San Antonio and drinking some different brews and trying some of the other local beers in San Antonio, this is definitely the place to come.
You can take home all the beer you can fit in your stomach.
That's what I figure. Why take beer home that you got to put in your fridge and then you got to explain it to your wife or significant other as to why you're filling the fridge with beer? And just take it home with you in your stomach. That's that's good.
So with the 1 barrel system, are you guys brewing just about every day?
So we should be, we don't, and unfortunately, that becomes part of the issue with running this place. And Ray's kind of like Ray's my assistant brewer, but we don't get in as many brew days as we should be. Otherwise, we'd probably be able to fill up all the taps. Running a brew pub is much different than just running a brewery because there's so much more staff and kitchen and ordering. And I'm looking through the window because we got people that are coming in and out. We had our glycol unit go out yesterday, so we've got a pump that's actually getting ready to get replaced for our taps. So there's like constantly stuff going on that pulls me away from brewing all the time. But when we do brew, we hit it hard and we do enough. We'll sometimes we'll throw our beers in 12-ounce glasses instead of 16-ounce, just to kind of help stretch it. Especially if it's something like these hazy IPAs that we did, or if it's something kind of like a one-off beer that we do. Otherwise, we'll put them in the 16-ounce glasses.
Beer Jesus watching on Twitch. We're also streaming on Twitch.
Oh, we got a Twitch watcher.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
He says just call it hazy or New England origin. So
just drop the IP. Well,
I'm definitely good with that. That does sound good.
It's funny because on this Diamonds in My Mouth, definitely a hazy beer. It doesn't have IPA on the label anywhere. It literally just says, let me see this. It just says ale.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. You don't want to be him, did it?
Yeah, it doesn't say IPA anywhere on this, so that's cool.
You just need to know that you're drinking haze, and then at that point, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, okay, so the hazy part of that, like if you wanted to go with a darker, like let's say you wanted to do like a black hazy, could you do that?
So I'm not gonna lie, we did do that. We did it a while back. It was not the most visually, enjoyable beer that you could have. What we ended up doing was we really let it just settle in the keg and ended up letting it crash because it didn't look right.
Yeah.
And it was really hard. It's one of those things. If you drank it out of like I don't know, maybe like a plastic cup or something like that, you probably would have been all right. But out of a glass, it was just like didn't look great. But we did take a little stab at one day with the black IPA recipe that we've got. It's kind of like our go-to recipe for that style. And we just threw some London Ale yeast in there, and it was nice, but the appearance of it just didn't really roll. Once it settled out, though, we gave it another couple of weeks in the keg, and it just kind of sat there, as most beers generally will clear out, and it just ended up being a nice little juicy black IPA. But throwing it fresh in there and with all the haze, it didn't do it justice.
So a juicy black IPA, juicy black. Just call it juicy black.
Yeah.
Black IPA. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you in this case? Can you say the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice? The darker the
I think that you could. I think
Darker
maybe
the berry,
darker
the juicier
Sure.
the juice. Juicy.
I don't know if it was
the darker the beer, the sweeter the juice.
the hazier the juice.
Yeah,
It's
it sounded good in my head.
yeah.
These ideas come out, they sound good, and then once they come out, it's like, oh well. Yeah. Kind of like the hazy black IPA.
Right. Beer Jesus, or the Beer Jesus, sorry. He said a Serrano New England IPA was really good that he tried.
Serrano New England.
Like Serrano pepper.
Oh.
So I've had a few like hot pepper, like a habanero IPA, the Yellow Rose from Lone Pint with habanero was really, really good. I don't know that those juicy, like the juicy, the citrusy, juicy like IPAs with maybe some sort of habanero if you can keep the heat in check.
Yeah. Then you get your hot burn from actually the habanero.
Yeah,
so
the actual.
You go. Now you got to like differentiate and really sit down and dissect. Is my hot burn coming from the oxidation or is it coming from the heat? So
keep people guessing. Yeah.
More. Yeah.
This is where I give a public service announcement real quick. Yesterday, I was chopping up some habaneros. We like to add them to our breakfast. Like we saute up peppers and onions and some breakfast sausage, and then scramble our eggs in there. And a little bit of habanero really puts it up over the top. But so I chop them up all like at the beginning of the week and get them ready so that you can just use your fork and put a little in the skillet. But when you get them all on your fingers, the rest of the day, it feels like there's flames coming off the tips of your fingers. And you also got to watch yourself when you go to the bathroom. Turns out also, you got to give yourself a couple days before you put contacts back in. This morning I put my contacts in. My eyeballs are on fire. And that's from yesterday. And having washed my hands like probably 24 times.
Damn.
Yeah, so habanero.
Yeah, that doesn't sound enjoyable.
Yeah. The eye burn. Eye burn not as pleasant as the hot burn.
So have you ever messed with Carolina Reapers then?
No.
Okay, so check this out. We do our kitchen staff, they come up with these amazing like wing sauces. So we do from scratch. It's a cherry Reaper wing sauce. So we use Carolina Reapers and cherries. Actually, believe it or not, the cherries kind of help balance out some of the heat from the Reaper.
Yeah. Really,
really good. I mean, we've even done pulled pork sandwiches with we've actually done cherry Reaper sauce that we've actually put in the barbecue sauce, and it's fantastic. So, but I mean, yeah, I'm more into like the heat, and I love like hot, super hot like salsas and stuff like that. So I don't mind, dabbling with some Carolina Reapers, but if you like some heat, that's a nice little place to go to. We wanted to do, how they have like food challenges?
Yeah.
We wanted to do Reaper roulette, to where like you come in with a group of guys and we were going to throw in a Reaper on a slice of pizza, and like, yeah, somebody's going to get the Reaper, and then somebody's going to end up getting that slice of pizza with Carolina Reaper in it, and then everybody gets to laugh at them, and that's always fun to laugh at the guy who got the Carolina Reaper.
What is the best style, like beer style, to help cut through that heat? Because there's some, like, I don't know, like a Pilsner may be too light, too light-bodied. I feel like you need something with some heft.
I would say Kunstler, they won a medal at GABF with their spiced porter.
Yeah,
so.
it was their Tramuco. Yeah, and that just works so well with that chipotle pepper. Yeah, it's like Chipotle, Anaheim, I think Poblano, and like maybe one or two more that they threw in there. But yeah, they won a silver medal at GABF last year for that.
Yeah, no, there's something about like the pepper like spectrum. It goes from like the spice, but there's also that fruit element that like ties into certain, and then and then chocolate. I don't know. There's all that in there. It's a cacophony of flavors, Kennedy. Cacophony.
That's a big word.
Yeah.
So Lone Pint Brewery here in Magnolia, just north of Houston,
right,
has the I get this name wrong every time. Mm-hmm. I'll say it slow. Undeadhead Ed.
Yeah.
Is their ghost pepper porter.
Yes.
And it is fantastic, and it's just enough heat.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot. I imagine they don't put a lot of ghost pepper in it.
No,
but
it's a very small amount.
Yeah, but the owner, Blake, he actually gets the ghost peppers from his garden and puts them in there, and I imagine it's not a lot.
No, it's a fantastic beer too. Speaking of Houston beers, since we're in Houston, what do y'all have? Many Houston beers that make it their way, maybe your guest taps, or that y'all have tried lately, or anything? You said Haze, Houston Haze.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we'll get some Spindle Tap down here soon. I know I think they might start doing distribution down here. Really excited to have those guys in.
Yeah.
St. Arnold, obviously, we get a whole bunch of. I would really, really love to see some more Sigma. So Sigma, if you're watching this, some beer down here. Yeah, I mean, obviously Southern Star's been around for a really long time. We get a lot of those guys. And can't really think of any other ones right now, but I think those are the main ones, just like Southern Star, St. Arnold. Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, that's Sigma. They're doing some good stuff at Sigma.
Oh.
For
sure.
They have a Doomsday Wrestling does shows at their brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have room for a wrestling ring, but
I think it works.
They don't have the wrestling ring at the brewery anymore.
Well, they
used to have a wrestling ring in the brewery.
Yeah.
So you could drink beer and like bounce up and like
drop an elbow.
Yeah, drop an elbow or like bounce off the things.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Run the ropes.
The ropes. Yeah. Bounce off the ropes.
Jason is super into wrestling, so he could probably speak way more on that than I could, because I think for a little while we had like Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah, we had
every Monday.
Yep, on the TVs and
All right.
He'd be the only one in here watching it, but we.
All right. So, Jason, what do you think? AEW, is it going to give WWE a run for its money?
I hope so, because I'm a fan of Jericho and I can't think of the dude's name right now.
Kenny Omega?
Cody Rhodes. So I
Okay,
like those guys that like Cody had come down with. I think there was another small wrestling group that he had come down with here in San Antonio a couple of years ago, and they're you can tell they're really into it. I mean, they were there talking to the fans before like anything even started. I've got a little something new too, just to.
Oh yeah. Before we get too deep into the wrestling,
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Read My Lips.
Read my lips.
Would you like to tell us
Okay,
whose
so
beer this is? Is she watching?
I think so.
Hey, Jason.
My lovely girlfriend Jules decided that she's going to start brewing beer. This is her very first beer. Called
Awesome.
it's a English red ale, Irish.
Very
Can't read.
nice.
Irish
okay.
red ale. Read
Pretty
my
close.
lips.
Right.
So we're about to check it out.
There you go.
Let's check it out, man.
All right. All right.
If it comes out red, half the battle's done already. So as long as it comes out red, then
Listen, you
Yeah.
guys speak some wisdom to Kennedy real quick. I told him, look, she brews beer, and she's fun to be around.
Oh,
Put a
no.
ring on it
Here we go.
because you're not.
Here we go.
I
Again.
mean, what are you going to do that's better? She puts up with you for a while now. She now brews beer.
the best beer that you've ever had, and even if it's not, you need to say that it is.
Yes, but I say, put a ring on it, make it official.
Can I see your glass?
Put a stamp on it. Oh yeah.
Are you gonna?
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. I'm anxious. I'm ready to try this. I'm glad she got. She brewed with Preston at the Grain
Cellar, yeah.
in Humble. So yeah, here we go. English or Irish red ale.
Irish red ale.
Jason, what did you say? You got something new? Who got something? Or Ray? Who got news? Who? Jason got.
Well, I
news.
think we both just
We both
did.
did.
I popped a Full Sail cerveza.
Yeah, and I got me some Three Nations Royal Blood.
Hey, that's Three Nations.
What were you?
I thought it was.
Another number? Do you have another number in mind? I said at the beginning of the year, this was my. Do we have the footage ready? I said in January that this was going to be the year of the craft Mexican lager. I think it was January, but because we've had a number of breweries put them out. Mexican, they're just fantastic style. Goes great with Tex-Mex and Mexican food, and just who doesn't love tacos and all that.
And it's funny you say that because tomorrow I am brewing my very first lager, and it just so happens to be a Mexican lager.
Hey,
My very first one, so I'm excited about. Oh, and Jules, the
Are
lovely
you
Jules.
doing it at home by yourself?
Yes, the lovely Jules is coming over, and we're both brewing.
You're putting corn?
Technically, we're both brewing our very first lager.
That's adorable.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
The couple that brews together stays together. So
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Seriously though, I don't know and understand what the whole. We talk about you guys getting married all the time. Let's
Yes.
get back to
Yeah,
wrestling.
well,
So
No.
you met
Oh.
Cody Rhodes. Did you get to meet him?
I did the little got a quick little picture. You paid whatever $10 and you get a little sign my book and quick picture. But I mean, like I said, it's more just like the passion and you can tell they really are more into the sport and they really try to keep the storylines going. And yes, it is. It's. I mean, I hope it does good because it gives me something else to watch. But I'm a huge Bray Wyatt fan, so that's they have this new on WWE. He's got this new gimmick going, and he finally came out the other day. And that kind of keeps me interested in it. But I have lost interest in WWE progressively because it's starting to kind of water itself down.
It's too candy coated or something, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
nothing.
it really
There's
is.
nothing
So-
new.
Oh,
No,
so-
it really isn't.
is it getting too fake?
No. Okay.
No, it's not. I mean that's like my it's so real to me. But no,
It's real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me.
If you really want to go and get body slammed by somebody and knocked down and hit, I mean, be my guest if that's fake.
Look.
But now the storylines are getting pretty corny and it's kind of getting hard to really keep up with it.
Yeah.
So it's
It's too polished or something.
yeah, it is. I like the wrestling part when it's more just the wrestling. Just a quick side note. Back in fourth grade, they it was what do you want to be when you grow up? and you couldn't say what you wanted to be. You actually had to act it out. So I was like all 2'7" of me and 14 pounds in 4th grade. I mimicked Hulk Hogan doing a body slam, and that was everybody was laughing at me because I wanted to be a wrestler. So that was my thing, and I've been into wrestling like ever since. I had the little wrestling pillows, and I used to beat the shit out of the wrestling pillows all day, and that was just a good time for me.
I just used my regular pillows.
I still do it. Yeah, I still do the pillows now. I just use Ray instead.
Did you tear off your shirt in the middle of class?
Oh, well, no, if I would have, if I was strong enough, but at the time, no, I didn't have the strength to rip my shirt off. But I tend to do that now. Generally, it's Spurs games or Ray forgot to do something. I'm tearing off my shirt in the office and going full Hulk mode.
Sometimes it's the only way to get the point across, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it does. The visual of tearing your shirt off. I mean, you see the Hulk tearing his shirt off, and outside of turning green, I mean, it does do a number for you. So
I mean,
I'm not gonna be the guy that's standing out on the street and he starts screaming and tearing his shirt off. I'm totally going the other way at that point. So.
Yeah, if I stand in the crowd and tear my shirt off, there's going to be a whole lot of people that will never get that image out of their mind.
But you'll get your point across.
Oh, sure.
That's true. No, actually, the other day, my daughter was pulling up things to watch. Like on Hulu, they have the latest episodes of WWE for you to watch. And she was like, "What should we watch?" I'm like, "Nah, that's not the good stuff. Let's go back." So we found the WrestleMania 13 Bret Hart Stone Cold Steve Austin match where they did the double turn. And I was like, I showed her, and they showed the whole build up that they did before the match, and as far as the storyline and everything about how Bret Hart was he was the champ and he was the hero. I don't know what my dogs are barking at, probably the Amazon guy. Which, by the way, if you want to help support the show, go to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon. Anything you purchase there, give us a little kickback. Doesn't change the price for you. We just missed Amazon Prime Day. Hopefully you got some of those savings by using our link, but whatever. Anyway, so back to that. So it was the whole bill, Bret Hart was the hero, he was the Canadian, he was the champion, and then everybody started to turn on because he got a little whiny, and it was a real good slow burn turn story, and Stone Cold was a guy coming and giving double birds and hell yeah and all that kind of stuff, and he was this rogue, not a classic heel but he was still the heel, and then they did that match and there was the double switch and the blood coming down and he passed out in the I Quit match. It's a great match. It's probably one of the best.
Those are the WW. That's WWE. That's the good times.
Yeah, it's the peak of the mountain right there. Yeah, that was right when the Monday Night Wars were starting to really start to take off and everything. Yeah, I miss that.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, hopefully AEW comes in and everybody loves the wrestling talk. Is there anybody asking for lawn care tips if they're anything?
Surprisingly,
yeah.
No.
Huh. Weird.
I know. So weird.
Had to replace some sprinkler heads over the. I've got my grass on. Did you see my grass this morning? It's on point. It looks so good.
You know what? I should have taken a pic of my grass, and we could have had a grass, face off, a yard face off.
Yeah.
Because
don't get.
Not gonna lie, I forgot my sprinkler was on last night, and so I had just cut it, but it ran probably for about a good 4 or 5 hours before I realized that it was on. So I woke up this morning and it was immaculate, nothing but brown yards, and then my nice green yard that looks like I have a water leak or something that's just feeding people, front yards. It was great.
Jason, don't get him started.
Listen, no, I'm not going to get into fertilizing.
Don't pander to his lawn.
I'm not going to get to ratios of nitrogen.
It won't stop.
Potassium.
It won't stop.
No, I'm not saying that I used a 26 or 20-05 ratio on my.
See what you did?
That really started
20-05. Okay, now I know. That's good to know.
Well, it was. See, that's the thing is that I had been using 15-5-10, went to 20-05, and it really my grass is super on point this year. And the pre-emergent herbicide that's going to really pay off come the fall.
No yellow.
I am so glad.
No yellow or yellowing or brown patches or anything.
Nice.
I'm so glad I'm drinking a beer right now.
Hold on, but I got my I realized I had my grass is so thick. The St. Augustine that we have here in Houston, it grew over some of my sprinkler heads and they couldn't even pop up because it's so strong.
Oh, okay.
And so I got a little bit of dry spots and I had to get out there and free the sprinkler heads, and I have to replace a couple. So I got got a good deal on Amazon on some sprinkler heads by going to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon.
Nice.
But anyway, hey, let's talk about this beer.
Let's do it.
Okay, so when did you brew this?
I didn't brew this.
When was it brewed? I'm saying y'all as one. Were you there? You were there, right?
No, I wasn't. This was all Jules and Preston at the grain cellar.
You let your girl brew with another dude, eh?
Well, it was pressed at the grain cellar. It's fine.
All right, if you're into that.
He definitely has more brewing knowledge than I do. So it was bottled on June 7th, and so like 2 weeks earlier is when it was brewed.
So mid-May.
Mid-May, yeah.
Okay. Good. It's got a nice sweetness to it.
Yeah, it does.
Like, malty sweet, not like overly coyingly sweet.
No, I really think she. I'm
you
not a big fan of the red style, but I could really get down on some of this.
It has a very good bready, toffee kind of, Irish red. I like it. It's very drinkable.
Yeah, I do get a lot of toffee.
Yeah. So, you don't know any of the stats of this beer, do you? Like hops used?
I don't know, but Jules is currently watching, so maybe you could message and tell us all the cool stuff about it.
Maybe. All right. Well,
The grain bill,
all that.
the hops, the yeast used.
Yeah.
No, Jules, don't do it. That could be a GABF winning beer. Don't share your secrets.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Keep it all close to the vest.
Always.
Okay, so I asked you before the show started anything you wanted to promote, and one of the things, Triangulum. Right? Did I say that right?
Triangulum. You got it.
Triangulum. Tell us about Triangulum.
Triangulum is basically a small little just continuation of things I did from back when I was home brewing that we've done here at the pub. And basically what we do is we feature three different hops, and we equally hop that beer in three different parts at three different times throughout the brewing process. So we've done things like Simcoe, Amarillo, Citra in the past. We've done different variations of hops. We've got some nice hops on deck that we've been wanting to brew with that beer. It ends up being kind of like a New England style because we use a grain bill where it's like Golden Promise and a lot of flaked oats. So it's really, really simple, but it allows those hops to really come through, and we'll mess around with different yeast strains to kind of just kind of finish off the beer and give it a different taste or profile from the last time we did it. So we'll be doing that soon. Our double IPA, the infamous Hop Deep. So we're big like hip hop fans over here. And I'm a big Mobb Deep fan, and one of the beers that we do is called the infamous Hop Deep. So it's just kind of like a tribute to Mobb Deep, and it's a double IPA, 10%, really, really super hoppy. We'll do like Citra, Comet, as many hops as we can throw into it without like being completely obnoxious. When I did it when I used to brew it at home, I had no idea what I was doing, but I would like throw all sorts of like hops in the carboy, and like a 5-gallon batch would yield me like 1 gallon of beer. So we kind of end up our same thing here. I mean, we end up throwing so much hop in there that it's a smaller yield, but it's a badass beer. It's always a fun time to drink that. And for those that are around or looking for something to do in Thanksgiving, we're always open on Thanksgiving, and we do something called Tapsgiving. So we start like stocking up on all these like big beers, and we'll buy like some one-off beers from different breweries and brew our own stuff, and we basically tap it on Thanksgiving, and so we call it Tapsgiving, and we just kind of give everybody a place to come hang out and deal with outside of family, or bring family if you want to. If you haven't gotten tired of them by Thanksgiving, and come hang out, watch football, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I think I may just have Thanksgiving plans.
There you go.
Yes.
That's how it ends up happening. Yeah.
San Antonio in the fall. That's pretty special.
Yeah, about 90. Yeah, not bad.
If you're watching from out of the state, it's a good play, or even like up north, like Midland, Odessa, Lubbock, wherever. Places where it gets cold. Come on down, Amarillo.
Does it get cold in Midland?
It does. Did you know that?
Yeah, I thought What about our new segment? What's the temperature in Midland?
Oh yeah. Do you have an open for that yet?
No, I don't. But
hold on, let's find out. What do y'all think the temperature in Midland is right now? If you just had to guess,
750.
I think you're close.
All right, let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, did I delete it? Here we go. Hold on, I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, we have some friends in Midland. Sometimes they watch. They join in on this.
Yeah, the Eccentric Brewing. If you guys are up there,
Yes.
if you're looking for some, oil or just good beer.
I actually went to Midland for they have an air show up there in Midland, the Confederate Air Force. So I haven't been there in a long time. It used to be in Harlingen.
Yeah.
So I used to go to Harlingen when I was a kid to go watch the Confederate Air Force, the air shows, and I know it's up in Midland. I went there once, and believe it or not, I went there in October, and it was like super cold.
Yeah.
To where I don't even know how I was outside, and it was like I couldn't believe it was that cold in October. But yeah, I've been Midland that one time.
I've been to I've been to the Confederate Air Show when it was in Harlingen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old school, man. That was a good time back then.
Yeah.
All right. So what was your 750?
Yeah.
What is your guess?
749.
Ray, do you have a guess?
I'm gonna go 751.
751. Ooh.
Oh
Jason.
man, Jason, you're not looking good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it better be spot on at this point.
All right. I already looked. Turns out 93 degrees currently in Midland, Texas.
Oh, that thermometer must be in the shade.
The
Yeah.
749 wins.
It's the 93 is in the it's in the refrigerator actually. So projected high today of 99 degrees.
Oh,
It feels like 97.
there must be a cold front
Yeah,
blowing through.
Yeah, yeah.
Tomorrow 101. 101 from
Yeah.
Midland. So
Okay.
anyway. So that's been what is the temperature in Midland, Texas, brought to you by Liquid Lunch. If there's anybody that'd like to sponsor that segment,
That'd be a good eccentric brewing sponsor.
or maybe an HVAC company in Midland or something.
No.
I don't know. Somebody. Anyway, okay. What else do we got? I feel like there's some other thing. Did I have anything else to talk about? I feel like there was something. Oh, it's been 50 years since we've been to the moon. Did you guys know that?
I did see all the Neil Armstrong stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Can you believe me? 50 years ago, we went to the moon for the first time.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
So here's to all of NASA, since they're here in the Houston area. Here's to you. You guys are badasses of the nth degree. However, whatever the top badassery is, NASA, you get it.
Cheers.
50 years ago. Cheers. Cheers to NASA and the moon. So everybody go out there and look at the moon and be like, we were there a long, long time ago. Now look where we are. All on our phones all day
Or
long.
were we?
Listen. We were.
Hey, so are y'all Houston Texans fans or?
Yes.
Okay, that's how is that? I mean, is that painful being a Texans fan? Yeah.
It's fine.
Hey, so just to prep, so Ray is a Green Bay Packer fan.
Okay.
I don't understand.
How did that happen?
Are you?
Yeah.
Did
Are
you grow up in Wisconsin?
Are you
Yeah.
from Texas?
I
Here we
am
go.
born and raised San Antonio, but
So, okay.
here- I used to play a lot of Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And
I think we all
that was
did.
like Brett Favre era, who was like at the time greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have a pair of
Obviously,
purple
I
Crocs?
played with the Packers every single game, so that's how I became a Packer fan.
Okay. No, you know what? That's fine.
It's fair. I'm a Cubs fan, so
That's fine.
Yeah.
As what they were on WGN for so long.
there you go. That's right. So you had. That's why I was telling everybody. You had Welcome Back Cotter, and Welcome Back would come on, and then you'd have the pregame show, Cubs game, and then you'd finish it off with like Night Court or something like that after
Yep.
the game was over, and boom,
Yeah.
that was my
See,
playing with my baseball cards.
A lot of people became Braves fans because they were on TBS, but I always hated it because they preempted WCW, and so I hated the Braves.
Okay.
Hated. Like Dale Murphy is the worst. That was when they weren't very good, but I was like, that guy's. I hate that guy.
They've never. Well, yeah, they were good for a while. Yeah, they were good for a while, but they were boring. It was
Yeah.
just boring watching the Braves.
Yeah.
Kerry made the Cubs broadcasts like awesome. So
Yeah. Harry. I can't really do Harry Carey. Harry Carey. I can't. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Well, he had cool glasses.
I do a better Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
there you go, man. That was spot on, dude. If I had my eyes closed, I would have thought you got him on the show.
Taking it to the pay window. Sorry. Hard times, Kennedy. You put hard times on me and my family. Sorry. All right, that's all I got. Woo! That's Ric Flair. Ric Flair.
Yeah, I know.
You put hard times on Dusty Rhodes and his family.
I haven't really watched wrestling since I was 14, so
Hard times is when you work at a brewery.
I do remember.
You work at a brewery 15 years. 15 years working at a brewery, sweating your ass off every day
Make
with
it
the grain.
$1.
Making $1. And then at the end of the day, they give you a watch, slap you on your butt, and tell you, go on home. Those are hard times. Ric Flair, you put hard times on Dusty Rhodes and Matt Pecker. Anyway, sorry. That's
I think you should do a whole nother show just with that voice.
Just the Dusty Road beer show.
Well, he can do another show.
He
I won't be
there.
involved in the show.
Do you even know who Dusty Rhodes is?
Yes, I know Dusty Rhodes. I watched wrestling in the 80s.
Okay. There you go. Well, at least you know.
Like I said, I was 14 last time I watched wrestling.
And that was okay.
He was around.
Yeah. Hey, Jose. Hey, Jose, listening on our audio only feed on Mixler. So thanks to everybody who's been watching and listening. All right. Well, guys, we don't want to, keep you from, all your hard work and everything you've got to get, doing today for the good people of San Antonio coming in and having delicious beers.
Yes, doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, I do have to ask Jason if you're selling tickets.
Oh no! Here we go. Here we go.
Oh no,
Dude.
it's sold out.
Can we?
It's sold out. My wife buys all the tickets so that nobody else can get them. So.
Do we have?
She gets the exclusive. She gets the exclusive show.
Yeah, what primarily like what? Preacher curls, 21s. What's your split? What do you?
Oh boy!
It's superset everything. It's buys and tries every day. Every day is arm day.
Okay.
So you just basically just whatever you can pick up and curl. Working at the brewery is great. Moving Ray out of the way. All those things help.
You also body slam them too, so
Yeah.
that probably helps.
There you go.
But I'd say
That's
more
it.
of a full body, almost like a deadlift to a snatch. You want to snatch them up.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to,
Yeah.
explode your back, which is probably what would happen to me. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I would
stay away
imagine.
from the CrossFit movements.
Yeah, full keg curls though.
Yeah, full keg curls. Yeah, I freaked out a new employee one day. I came in carrying 2 empty kegs, and he was like, "Holy shit, man, are those full?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, they're full. They're full." Yeah.
How many employees do y'all have?
I think 13.
Wow, nice.
Awesome. All right. See, look, it's the local guys making it happening.
Yeah.
Employing.
They're all awesome. They're the ones that make Mad Pecker go. So I mean, it's like people like Ray and all of our staff. They're the ones that keep things going. They do all the dirty work and are the ones that get to give our customers that great experience. So I mean, if it wasn't for them, people like Ray's been with us since the beginning. So basically our first employee since we came in. My son works here. It's a good time.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, if you're looking to have some delicious beer and food as well, delicious food and good time.
I've read some of your Yelp reviews. People love you guys.
Most of the time. Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
do
you can't make
appreciate.
everyone happy.
You can't. I gave up on that a long time ago. It's just you take the good with the bad, and it's more good than bad, which is nice.
There are people out there that drink hard seltzer.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So anyway, well, San Antonio's own Mad Pecker Brewing, Ray and Jason, thank you so much for being on Liquid Lunch today. And guys, when you're in San Antonio, which I know everybody along this in the state eventually gets to San Antonio,
Yeah, of course you do.
make it a point.
Huh.
Go to Mad Pecker and tell them.
Go see the Alamo, go ride around the Riverwalk, and go to Mad Pecker.
And visit all the other great breweries in San Antonio in the process, because we support all of them, and come stop and check us out.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for being on the show today. And please, anytime you got something to promote or you're bored and you want to hang out on a Thursday, let us know. We would love
Open invitation.
open invitation. We're here to
We'll do it.
do all that. So, hey, after AEW debuts on their new show on TNT, Jason, maybe we'll do a whole themed hour.
That'd be awesome, man. We'll just do like a breakdown of the show.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe we'll travel out to San Antonio.
Totally down. I'll reenact as much as I can. That's after.
Who cares?
You guys have fun. You guys have
Good
fun
God
with that.
Almighty! He's giving an elbow off the bar.
Have
All right,
fun.
sorry.
Have fun with that.
All right, we will. All right, guys. We'll talk
All right.
to you down the road.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Toodaloo.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Mad Pecker.
That was cool.
It was cool. It was beyond cool. It was that was fun. We need I've had this dream of getting that short bus, right? Our mobile studio. And getting out on the road and taking Liquid Lunch everywhere.
Yeah.
If anybody has a short bus they want to donate.
No, we've been doing good lately about hitting all over the state.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, speaking of, hold on. I just got a message. And if you do want to, real quick. All right, I'm all over the place. T-shirt real quick now since it's on the deal.
Hold on. Let me do this.
From Alaska, right there, Juneau, Alaska. This T-shirt brought to me by my wife's cousin, Catherine, when she went on her trip. So, Catherine, thank you so much. I look good in green. Or I look as good as I'm going to look in green. Does that make sense?
By saying you look good is stretching it.
Well, you know, yeah. that's
But
what
you
I'm-
could say green's my color.
Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of being across the state, we've talked to Barrow Brewing, Katie at Barrow Brewing in Salado, Bill at Pecan Point, Texarkana, all on deck. We've talked to a handful of other people. We're getting ready to. We want to get more people here on this show called Liquid Lunch. So if you have somebody you want to hear from, just had obviously Matt Pecker on today. The guys from Eccentric a couple weeks ago.
Midland. How hot is it in
How
Midland?
hot is it in Midland? Freaking hot is the answer to that one. So if you have a brewery that you'd love to see on, have us interview, talk to, just let us know, and we'll make it happen. Because everybody's
Or
always real.
if you happen to own a brewery,
Yeah.
brew at a brewery, or
Yeah.
associated any way,
yeah, we had James Carlisle in studio not that long ago from Ingenious.
yeah, you have a place here.
Yeah, so seats open. Mike is ready, hot and ready, like a cheese pizza from Little Caesars, hot and ready, even cheaper. You ever get those hot and readies?
I don't.
That's kind of a minivan driving, kid toting kind of thing.
Yeah, I try to. Believe it or not, it kind of stays with me.
I don't know what that means, but
It grows on me.
like you
Yeah,
put
it's-
on the pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to avoid the
I
carbs too.
gotta stay away.
Oh, we should have gotten Jason to measure the guns. I don't know how tall Jason is.
Would you have compared your guns to his guns?
I wouldn't want to make him feel bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, no, I'm not here to brag. I'm not here to brag on.
But you're gonna do it anyway.
I mean, if somebody notices that the gun show is on full display, I'll do it. I'll do that. That's what you want to do right there.
All right. So
But anyway, so what? What did you need to know? Lawn care?
no.
Oh.
So I have my beer.
Oh yeah. Your wort share.
Yes.
Oh, we'll bring it on.
So the competition, everyone, is this Sunday at Southern Yankee.
Yes.
So I don't know if I can say much about this beer right now.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's no one's going to be able to copy my style at this point.
Right. You can.
But I don't know how much we can say. I mean, there could be someone watching right now that's in the competition and stuff.
It's fine.
Or judge. But so I don't really want to say what's. I mean, I guess can I say the style?
Oh,
I could say.
hold on. Jose says he has some news on the competition. Go on. Hold on. I'll keep talking.
So it's a Kolsch, and there's something a little extra. But the reason I'm bringing this right now is because I need your help.
You need my help now?
I need your opinion.
Is it not
I
a
just
little late?
not in brewing.
Oh.
So I
Presentation?
did
Naming?
I did something a little
Pairing?
extra to it, and I am not sure if this is an off flavor or not.
Oh, pour it up.
And
We have
so,
an extra glass. We just got.
and I know you're very honest and open about when my beers aren't up to par.
the one time. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. The one time.
Yeah. So I don't really want to go in too much to the description of it, but I do want you to. I do want your opinion about it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do this
Okay.
now.
Should we get different clean glasses, or are we fine with this? I meant to grab our Topo Chicos, but
That's okay.
okay.
I've opened 2 bottles already. One exploded all over the place. The last one didn't. So I'm gonna go off camera and open on a towel,
Oh,
just in case.
do we need a bucket? I got the towels. Use both towels, man.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. I'm trying.
We've spilled one too many beers on the show, and now I know.
Okay. No, that's good. Hold on. Oh,
All right.
hold on.
All right. Wish me luck. Wish me luck.
Okay, you good luck. Hey, I don't also mean to brag. Just got an email. I mean, like 15 minutes ago. You know how I was talking about how Katie from Barrow and Bill from Pecan Point, and talking about them coming on soon.
Yeah. They're ready. They're
Well,
ready to do this.
not only did they respond, just today, Jeff from Skull Mechanics in Austin just said, I'm reading it right here. I can't even make this stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we met him a
right.
couple years back at the. Hold on, I'll set it up. It didn't spew.
It didn't explode, so that's.
If you're gonna spew,
So
spew
far,
in-
so good.
Spew in this. We met him a couple years ago. Remember at the Texas Craft Brewers Festival up in Austin, put on by the Texas Craft Brewers Guild. CO2 looks a little low.
It does, right?
It does. Is
Yeah.
that by design?
No, it is not by design.
Okay. Well, maybe shake it up. I don't know.
All right.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to pass jab, but I'm just saying from the, I don't know. We'll find out. You don't have to give me all of it.
So yeah, I've learned you don't want the very bottom.
Yeah, you want a decant.
Yeah.
Decanting. So, okay. So general style. Should I be getting any kind of,
I guess I can.
I get like a
I guess
fruity-
I can say general style.
Let me ask you, okay,
It-
before you tell me anything, let me ask.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ale yeast, obviously, right?
Yes. Yes.
I'm getting a little bit of fruity
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the aroma. I'm
Yeah.
getting like a general, like sweet kind of, what would I call that? Let me clear out the olfactory.
So far, it's better
It's like
than
a
the,
honey.
so far better than the Goza.
The aroma, yes. Oh,
Okay, yes.
like a million times better than the Dirty Cheetos Goza.
Okay. All right.
It smells like there's a little honey, honeysuckle kind of
Okay. I mean, you're not far off. Sure.
honeysuckle. That's the kind. Yeah, I mean, it's sweet, almost like not banana. I would call this almost like bubblegummy.
There's definitely a sweet element to it.
This circus peanut
Yeah.
kind of. That's not spot on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Julie keeps warning me not to say too much about it.
No. I'm just telling you.
I don't
what
know
it's
if I don't think I'll get disqualified, but
This is all from Marone.
yeah.
Trying to go. I need some. I wish I had some coffee beans. What does that smell? It's a sweet kind of like a.
You'll never you'll never get the smell.
There may be a hint of high alcohol. Like when I say high, like the nail polishy higher ones.
Yeah.
But just like a slight.
It's not. It's at 5.25%.
Well, it's not necessarily the high. Like I'm not talking about like high ABV. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
kind of alcohol.
Yeah.
There's this. What does that smell? What is that? Sweet. It's just kind of like a honey, like a wildflower honey kind of thing. Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Do it.
That's why a beard is great because you can kind of reset your nose the way your beard still smells like. I took a shower and washed it, and even put a little beard spackle in there, which smells like. What is the? I had some that was minty, that was a little distracting.
Yeah.
This one's more of like a man soap, almost leather. It's kind of like a man smell, nice man, like barbershop.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Like the blue water.
No, not the barbicide or whatever. It's more like the when they put the warm shaving cream on your neck. You remember that? Did you ever go to a barbershop?
Never.
You never had a Mr. John? Like Mr. John was my barber.
No.
And he'd have the dispenser in the back, and he would lean you. He'd get the strop.
No, I've never had. Yeah.
They probably outlawed it in the big city before. But this was like, small town Arkansas. 5 minutes ago, you could still do that. And then they'd put it on and it'd be warm, and he'd put the towel down the back of your shirts, the warm towel, and then he'd real just straight razor, just get that a clean line. It was great.
I've never had that
Mr.
treatment.
John was great.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mr. John, you were great. All right, so here we go.
Do it.
There's
Well, you haven't shit on it yet, so
It's not off-putting like the dirty Cheetos Goza.
yeah.
Did you? There's no ginger in this, is there?
No, there's no ginger.
I'm not getting. I didn't think so. But is there any?
There's fruit in it.
Okay. It's What is the type of fruit? What am I getting here?
Well, first of all, is that an off flavor?
If it is, there.
See, because I've had a few of these already, and I'm not sure if this is the fruitiness or an off flavor.
There's no green apple,
Okay.
and there's no. But there's. Is there honey in it? Mm-mm. There's no honey.
No.
The fruit you used was. It's hard to tell because after the fermentation, it's not straight on like whatever you put in there. It's morphed a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
The aroma's not bad, but then there's something on the back end, like the deeper part of that, like the back end of that aroma, and then
I feel like I want to do this one again, but maybe work on it a little bit.
there's it seems like there's some higher alcohol, not as in like high alcohol. I'm talking about
Like you're getting esters?
not esters. No, when I say high alcohol, I mean like, and I'm some people are probably like, "Hey, idiot, you should know more because you look at all those." And I've actually read these books. It's been a while though. Like like the nail polish. It's not nail polishy, like nail polish remover kind of like that high alcohol, that kind of deal. It's not there, but it's almost like it flirted with that a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
It's like almost there. Can't quite put my palate on the fruit that was added. It almost like the texture makes me want to think like plum or something, but I don't think it's not plum or apricot or something along those lines, like a stone fruit.
I feel like maybe I should have put maybe a little more hops in this.
That wouldn't have bothered me.
Yeah,
It wouldn't have bothered me.
I think I need.
What hops do you care to use? Say what hops you used. You don't have to say when you put them or whatever.
I don't. Yeah.
Were they fruity hops?
No.
Okay, so you didn't go for any like dry hopping or anything like that.
No, there's no dry hopping.
Yeah. I don't. Obviously, it's like it really depends on what other people do, how you'll do in the competition, right? It's all.
Yeah.
It's not based on.
I mean, at this point, I don't think I'm going to win.
Well,
if there was an off flavor or if there's some weird kind of infection, I'm definitely.
I don't get infection.
I don't want to enter it.
I don't get infection.
I'm still planning on air.
What temperature did you ferment it at?
65.
I'm using ale yeast, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can do this fruity flavor. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe more. I mean, but we've also been drinking. We've all, we were just drinking a hazy, and then
we've been all over the place.
Yeah, so I don't know if I can fairly judge exactly where this is at.
I guess really all I want to make sure there's no like off flavors to it, like something wrong with it, like the Cheetos Ghost.
No. I don't get any like green apple or cardboard or baby diaper or corn or anything like that.
Foot and ass.
Yeah, I don't get any foot and ass.
Yeah.
Foot and ass to hide. I don't get any of that.
All right, good. All right, that's good.
The issue would be balance of maybe if you I don't know, maybe a little more bittering or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I only put 1.5 ounces of hops in here, and I think I should have just went for the full 2 ounces.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, I mean it's not it's not bad. It's not bad.
I feel like
it's drinkable.
I feel like I could improve upon this one.
It's drinkable, but I don't think it's a fair place to put it given what we've had so far.
Right.
So if we'd had this first out of the gate,
yeah.
or even actually right after the Cool in the Gang. It would like a spectrum wise on what we've had today.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, we drank this right after a red ale.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. It's I mean, look, to say you didn't win is not true. You brewed beer.
Yeah.
You're in a competition with, and you got work from a
I mean,
brewery.
I did decide not to enter that Goza in the Goza competition.
Oh, you should have.
No.
Why not?
No.
Listen, you did everybody a disservice by not.
I don't think I did.
Just to see you should have done that and done the hidden camera.
Well, I wasn't there for the actual competition.
Uh-huh.
And I was told I probably shouldn't enter that one.
Yeah.
It's
Who told you that?
Preston.
What does he know?
No,
What does he know?
He knows a lot.
Well, you should have.
And
And then put a
it's
camera
fine.
somewhere.
That Goza's kind of a complicated beer to brew.
Dude, no, it's mind-boggling.
And
I can't
you
say
know,
the word.
I took a shot at it. I'm going to do it again sometime.
No, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing you run into as a home brewer.
It's fine. It's my very first beer that I've had to dump,
Listen,
and I think I'm doing pretty good.
most people that brew
Yeah,
have dumped a bunch of beers.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Most people that brew consistently and continually have dumped a bunch of beers,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
But the problem you run into, think about this. How many styles have you done twice? Have you done any twice?
I've done IPA.
But
I've done that one twice.
Was it the same beer twice?
No, I haven't done the same beer twice.
So
no.
when you look at it from the standard of a commercial brewery,
Yeah,
like how often does St. Arnold brew amber ale?
yeah,
Like every day.
yeah. Like how often do they brew a Kolsch?
They've been doing it every day for over 20 years.
Yeah, sure.
You know, or Fancy Lawnmower.
Yeah,
But like summer pills, summer pills, St. Arnold summer pills. Speaking of my list of summer beers,
yeah.
I love that beer so much.
And when I went to their 25th anniversary party. Mm-hmm. I drank so much Summer Pills.
Summer pills is
I love
I don't know. It may be my favorite St. Arnold beer now. It's hard to say, but man, it's so good.
Yeah,
Dear Brock and Aaron and everybody else, Lenny and Jeremy and anybody else that would be willing to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Priscilla, anybody, just get the word to whoever. Consider brewing that thing all year long. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's so good because it comes around the summer and it's like just perfect. It's such a good beer, though. Such a good beer. I could drink so much of that. I get it. It's so good. Jose just said he just dumped 6 gallons.
yeah. I mean,
it happens.
I had to dump that Goza. It was kind of hard to do. It was my first dump.
It shouldn't have been that hard. That beer shouldn't have been that hard to dump. You should have.
Well, it was my very first dump.
Well, you could be proud of a dump too. You turn around like, look how much I dumped.
Or oh man, I just had a good dump.
Yeah, just a good dump right there. Jose's smart, not so smart thermostat. Yeah, what you said, it lowered the temp in the house to 95 degrees. So you keep your house at over 95 degrees. I'm guessing you're being. You know what you could do? You could get a new smart thermometer, maybe like one of those Nest thermometers. You could go to Amazon, liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon, and get a new thermostat, or Inkbird, or something like that. You know.
Oh yeah, the Inkbird.
Or if you're not
I like
new
that
with
Inkbird.
Grayson, yeah, it raised. You know what? Those smart thermometers, thermostats. You know, it's new technology. We haven't dialed it in yet, right? So they don't know. Like I keep my house cool. We actually raise the temperature to 70. So that's how cool we keep the house. Our air conditioning was like, please give me a break. Anyway, I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about.
Well, I will say this: we're back on YouTube.
Yeah,
We were back last week, but now we're back, and thanks Foamy Head 13.
yeah.
We were out for like 3 or 4, at least 3 weeks. I think it may have been 4 weeks off of YouTube, and he stuck around. But I appreciate your patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were having some issues, but I think we got it worked out.
Yeah, and then if we're ever off of one of the streams,
Yeah.
like Beer Jesus saw today, we're on Twitch,
Yeah.
which I still need to get. I don't know if Jeffrey jumped on today or not. Still need to get.
Jeffrey's been on.
Has he been on?
Yeah.
I need to get a tapper Tapper arcade game, but I really want the overly expensive old school one that probably won't work as well. Right back here in the corner. I'm going to move Godzilla and all the stuff and put the Tapper back there.
I believe you mean Godzilla.
Godzilla. I'll move all that somewhere else. But I really want that Tapper game. And I'd broadcast that on Twitch. But yeah, we're on Twitch, also owned by Amazon. So you can go to liquidlunchshow.com.
Is Twitch owned by Amazon?
No, Amazon owns Twitch, yeah.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. They own everything. Eventually they'll own everything. But anyway, so
it's true.
if you don't get all your stuff on Amazon, I don't know what you're doing. Get it delivered to the house. And
It's going to be, the United States will be Amazon and Disney. And that's it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's prediction like 4 minutes from now.
Yeah.
So anyway, if we're ever down on, say, Periscope on Twitter or whatever, or if we're down on YouTube, run on over to Twitch or Facebook, or even go to our website, liquidlunchshow.com, and you can listen to the audio. I believe the video is posted on that.
I mean,
page.
Most people watch this on Facebook, but there's a lot of anti-Facebookers, and I get it.
I get it. Too.
I mean, if it were not for this show in particular, I would never be on Facebook.
I'm particular. I've looked at my screen time measurement, and like 9 hours a day or something like that. That
what?
Like just my phone is on.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Like 64% of that's YouTube. So what I'll do is on YouTube, I'll go listen to a podcast or something like that and turn it on.
Yeah.
Even in my car, because I have like unlimited data.
Yeah.
I'll just listen to a podcast on YouTube as I'm driving. So that's a big chunk of it. I
listen to a lot of Stitcher and Google Play.
I'm a YouTuber.
Okay.
YouTuber. So anyway, but we're on all those different platforms. So if we're ever not where you think we should be, we're somewhere else. We promise. Or, it's not Thursday. What if we did the show more than once a week? With all these guests we've got coming up, maybe we need more days, Kennedy. Have you ever thought about that?
Yes.
And? Does it scare you to commit to that?
No.
Like marriage, like with getting married to Jules? Because she's we have an award.
I have an award-winning girlfriend.
You have an award-winning girlfriend.
And
an award-winning show.
I agree 100%.
This is where I also mentioned that if you are somebody that has a product or a service or something you want to advertise, quarter-hour sponsors for sale. Just message us. We can make that happen for you.
Or for trade.
Or whatever. But don't put that out there, okay? All right, that's a secret. But just letting you know, just like we do with the grain cellar, show them that hot grain cellar, that hot grain cellar action.
I'm down one computer, so I'm a little slow on the draw
That's
today.
fine. That's okay. This is a live show. We don't look. See how we do that glorious grain cellar action right there, where you have like this awesome show and then all that grain cellar information right there.
Yes,
it doesn't just have to be the grain cellar. And we can change the backdrop. We can change the logo, obviously, because you're not the grain seller. You're not the grain seller.
This could be you minus the video in the middle,
and the picture of myself and Preston. Unless you just want that picture of me and Preston there, we can do that too. Hey, it's really anything you want. So hit us up if you got a product or service, or you want to get your whatever out in front of. If you're just a person and you're kind of like an eccentric, like exhibitionist type person, and you want to sponsor a quarter hour of the show. Boom, we can do that.
Yeah, please make it tasteful.
No, it doesn't have to be tasteful.
As we're very tasteful on the show.
No, it doesn't have to be tasteful at all. We'll do anything for money. But we want to be able to do some cool stuff. Whatever. You know how that is. You know how that goes. But we got to keep the show going, man. And we have an awesome audience. We have some of the best people watching and listening and taking part in. You don't get this kind of stuff on a TV show or even like a live baseball game. There's no interaction like that. Boom, we got people like deeply, deeply into this. And it's because we all love each other. You can be part of that love. Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a lot of love on this show.
There's a lot of love, and we're willing to spread that around. All right. We about ready to wrap?
I think it's time to wrap.
Okay. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. We got at least four minutes.
Do it, or it's time, little rap ski.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I think I already espoused my wisdom for the week as far as the habanero peppers go. If you're going to dice up habaneros, especially, or anything north of habanero, say like ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper, what's the other one? The ghost chilies.
Ghost pepper.
Ghost peppers. Was there anything else? There's something else. There's like a chocolate Carolina Reaper or something.
Yeah.
Anything, Serranos even, jalapenos even, let's be honest. Anything north of like poblano. So poblano, you don't have to worry about it.
I don't even think there's heat in poblano.
No, maybe
it's
every
like a
once
bell
in while.
pepper.
Yeah, bell pepper, poblano, you're fine. But anything north of poblano, be careful where you put your hands when you're done. And then remember that you did it, because you don't want to chop up habaneros, have a few beers, go to the bathroom, and be like, oh, no, I need to go see the doctor. No, you don't.
So,
You just got habanero where you didn't need to get habanero.
and somebody just informed me the other day that it's not just peppers. You also need to be careful when you're spraying the poopery.
Poopery.
Yeah. So
Does
when
that
you're
have a little spice in it? A little oil?
so when you're spraying the poopery, make sure you spray before you sit.
Oh, of course.
Because if you sit and then try to like spray strategically, you may hit something
Yeah.
that will burn for hours.
Really? I
That's
don't even
what
know
I've
what's in that
heard.
poopery.
I always spray before I sit.
Well, of course. You want that sheen over the water.
Yeah, yeah.
What
But
about the splash, the backsplash?
I don't. Ooh,
Is that something
I
we need to
don't-
be worried about?
maybe.
We need to
Maybe.
get the poopery people online.
I don't
Figure
know
out
about
what's
the
going on.
backsplash because somebody recently, I won't give you his name, but his initials are Taylor. Apparently used poopery after he sat down and got a little residual on places he didn't want to get.
Huh.
And he was in agony.
Maybe he had a small cut or something. Maybe he was doing some manscaping. Didn't have the proper something. He should have gotten one of those awesome.
Do you still
manscapers.
manscape when you're married?
Of course.
Okay.
Look, just because I'm married doesn't mean I want things to go awry and go all willy nilly.
Okay.
You know, it's too hot tonight, right?
Well, okay. There's manscaping for your significant other, and then there's manscaping.
Practical reasons.
Yeah. For
Have you seen how immaculate my lawn is?
Your outside lawn.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about any other lawns, I have not.
No, I'm saying, but that out there,
Yeah.
you know, that what I do in public, more so in private. Talking about even the lines.
Okay.
I go diagonal on
All
the
right.
front yard.
All right. All right.
Crisscross Argyle patterns. Anyway, so yeah, watch where you're putting your hands after the habaneros. Especially give a couple days for the contact lenses, because you can wash and wash and wash unless somebody has a product that I don't know about to get habanero.
What about latex gloves when you're cutting peppers?
You could do that, but that doesn't seem very manly. That seems kind of weak. Let's be honest. Anyway, thanks to Mad Pecker.
Yeah, thanks
Jason
a lot,
and-
guys.
Yeah, Jason and Ray, they were great. If you're in San Antonio, visit them, and we'll see you right back here next Thursday on Liquid Lunch. So for Kennedy, I'm Josh. Toodaloo, everybody. Here's to you, Buzz. You're the man. To the moon and back.
For beer.
Woo! Still on that.